This question is maximum Manhattan distance after k change. So you're given a string that represents 4 different directions. You're given a k that's going to be changed at most k character. So, and then you want to calculate the distance, Manhattan distance, absolute of xi minus xj plus absolute yi minus yj. So yeah, let's just go through the example really quickly. So for example, you have origin, you have graph, and you start from the origin, right? 0, 0. You go north first, and then you go west, go south, go east. You will end up back to the origin, right? So you have k equal to 1. So what you can do is, when you are trying to go south, let's just go north, and then this has to go, this has to update, right? So let's come back here. So what you will get is this represent the distance y, this represent the distance x. So that's y equal to 2, and then this is x equal to 1, even though this is negative 1, right? But you want the absolute, right? So this is 1 plus 2, that would become 3. Okay, so this question is pretty trivial. I mean, you can just think about how, like, because the diagram is too small. Let's look at this. This is so trivial, but let's go through. So you go north, and then come back south, and then you go west, and then you go west, and then you come back east, and then you come back west. So what you need to do is currently the distance is what, 0, and then here, right? So that would be 2. The distance, I'm talking about the current distance. And then what you need to update is what? Let me remove everything. So for example, you go north by default, right? And then the second one should be go south, right? But you go north again, and then this is west, and then this should be east, but I want to change that to the west, and then this will be the west. Alright, so let's think about this. So k equal to 3, right? I use it over here. Yeah, I use it over here, I use it over here, and then let's calculate distance pretty quickly. So this is y equal to 2, this is x equal to 4, 4 plus 2 is 6. Okay, so let's just dive into the the solution pretty fast. So initially it's north and then south. So you come back 0, 0. I mean, you start from 0, 0, and then you come back 0, 0. But if this is 0, 0, and then you change your direction, this becomes 0, 2. So what you need to do is you want to update the changing direction twice as much as the opposite direction, right? So I know that this is going down, but in order to cancel this, you need to have another upward, right? So I cancel this upward, and then I need to add another one based on how many going down direction, I mean going south direction, right? So for example, you go north twice, and then you're going south. So in order to cancel this, like, you need to what? Add another 2, right? So this is how it is. So for example, this is north equal to 2. North equal to 2, south equal to 1. So I found out the minimum, which is 1. I mean between north and south, which is 1. I want to multiply by 2 depending on how many directions you have. So for example, you have 2 for the south, and then a lot for the north, right? So you will have multiple south just based on calculation. Alright, so I have a south for this one by default. So by default is this. right? And I want to times 2. So this is, if I do have like current, you know, the current Manhattan distance, so this will be what, 0 0, and then this will be, so you're starting from 0 0 and then you go all the way to 0 1. This is by default without changing. And then now you want to change, so you want to have 1 times 2, so you will have end up what, this and this, right? So these two get canceled, and you add you know, these two to the north, so you will have 0, 3. Alright, so this comes with a little bit math, but you just have to think about like you need to have two times after direction to make it more longer than the previous one, and then it has to compare to the origin original Manhattan distance. That would be the best, you know, explanation. So let me quickly go over the solution. So we have a result, and then I need to calculate the north, south, east, west by default. I have this, and I try to traverse. Alright, so I basically just check if c equal to n, I say n plus plus, else if c equal to s plus plus, else if c equal to east plus plus, and then last west, and then west plus plus. You can change this to the switch case, doesn't matter. So by default, the distance is going to be master absolute s minus n, or n minus s, doesn't matter, east minus west. Alright, so now I need to find out the actual minimum direction that I need to calculate. So for example, I need to calculate between the south and west, right? So min 1 will become south and north, and then min 2 will become east and west. Okay, and then result will actually be this. So you want to find out the current, you compare with the current result you have, and then you do the original implementation, original Manhattan distance plus the math.min, and then it's either min plus min 2 or k. So you can change at most k times, right? So even though min 1 plus min 2 is greater than k, you can end up what? Having k only. But if this is less than k, then you take this. So for example, this is less than k, right? So you only change 2, even though you have 3. Okay, so you have to times 2 to make it more. It just goes opposite direction. Like this is how you need to think about it. And then you will later on to return result. So this is original, and this is what you need to change after, based on the direction you want to update. So okay, yeah, that's it. So for the time in space time, this is all of n space, this is constant. So what you need to just check is that you want to check like south and north, and then min 2 is east and west, and then this is going to be original Manhattan distance, and then this is what you are planning to change the distance, and you want to make it times 2 because it is an opposite direction, and then that needs to cancel out the original Manhattan distance. Alright, that's the solution. Alright, see you later.